The world's very best poker players once again descend on London as we bring you Season 3 of the $1 Million Cash Game. Aggressive, unpredictable and a great reader of his opponents, Patrick Antonius has amassed winnings of almost $3 million and will be looking to make good after that huge loss to Phil Ivey in Season 2. Eliel Ezra is a former soldier in the Israeli army and has built an impressive business portfolio. He's also already won nearly $2 million at poker and is notoriously difficult to dominate. Mike the Mouth Mattisau is certainly that. The most outspoken and volatile player at any table, he will certainly turn up the heat at this one. He had an explosive Season 1 and has a point to prove. Frenchman David Benjamin is a new face at the $1 Million Cash Game, and the former tennis pro is sure to be looking to improve on his already impressive poker record. Better known as Durr, Tom Dwan is an online poker prodigy, still relatively new to live poker. Tom will have his hands full as he sits amongst some of the toughest opposition ever assembled. Phil Hellmuth may have the best CV in poker history, but he joins the $1 Million Cash Game for the very first time. Known as the Poker Brat, sparks are sure to fly with him at the table. Phil Ivey took down a record $800,000 pot in Season 2. Regarded by many as the best player in the world, he'll be a quiet colossus at the table and is no doubt the one to beat. Former world champion Chris Jesus Ferguson is the tightest player in the field. He's fiercely analytical, and if he's in a hand, he's usually in with a strong chance of taking it down.
Hello and welcome to the FullTiltPoker.net $1 Million Cash Game. This is a no-limit high-stakes cash game which has drawn some of the most famous faces in poker here to London, all of whom are trying to make as much profit as possible in order to be crowned Season 3 champion. Plenty of action guaranteed as we hand you over to your commentators.
Button in front of Phil Ivey. There's a live straddle from Ezra. And you can bet the action is only going to get more intense.
Oh yeah, that's true.
1,200 to call.
Wow, that's pretty
Fold.
good.
Nearly $1.9 million on this table.
Well, I just thought it was good for you anyways.
10,000 and I'll never wear sunglasses ever again as long as you ever see me in a poker table.
No, period.
Period. Ever.
Raising to 4,000.
You can never wear sunglasses.
Well, I mean, if I go out to the pool or the lake, I have to wear them.
Nope.
Well, I mean, what do you want me to do, be blinded?
Wear a hat.
You will never see me indoors in any place for 10,000 with sunglasses ever again. Even if I was in a pool area and I walked indoors, I have to. If I took an extra second and didn't take them off, I would lose the bet.
Of course, Phil Ivey, a $200,000 swing. How does he react to that?
I'll do that for 10,000.
How does he come back?
Well, he seemed to get a little bit lively in Season 2 of this cash game when he got a bit behind. He's now 100,000 behind. We might see him opening up his game a little. It's Patrick Antonius and Tom Dwan seeing the flop. King, Queen, Deuce.
Nothing there for either player.
I'm pretty sure that's not going to stop Tom de Dwan.
But since it bothers them so much, I'm not getting paid.
And of course, anybody that remembers Season 2 when Phil Ivey was down over 300,000 at one point.
Yeah, still managed to end up winning.
7-3, 7,300. Total bet to call.
Phil will take 100. Yeah, the rest of the I think the Oakley paying.
Nobody pays.
How much Oakley paying?
You don't get paid. Another company.
And every time Tom Dwan stares down his opponent, he almost looks scared.
So far today, I think he hasn't had a genuine hand, so he probably has been scared every single one.
It's pretty scary how they never did anything, and that's why I think that sunglasses shouldn't be allowed in poker. I think we allowed it for a while because everybody thought we were going to make money. And I'm with Daniel. No sunglasses, no headset.
Of course, Patrick Antonius was a model before he became a professional poker player.
Raising to 26,000.
And he senses the weakness. We haven't seen a move from him all day, but he senses the weakness and he makes the move.
Every single tournament.
Great play from Antonius.
I am, boy. What edge that got to be? I don't have to worry about, well, there's Mike, I want to beat him. an old man, he can't play.
And what did Antonius see in Dur to make that move?
Well, I think he's seen an awful lot of hands that Tom Dwan's been betting when he hasn't got the goods. It's the kind of board whereby there aren't that many hands that Tom Dwan's going to have, maybe, that he's going to be comfortable with calling a really re-raise there. So he's decided to try and take it off him, and it's worked.
To get started, one player is made the nominated dealer or button. Then the two players to the left post the small and big blinds. These are force bets to get the action started. The big blind is always double the small, but unlike a tournament, the blinds rarely change. However, they are sometimes increased to spice up the action. We start here with $300 and $600. There's also an ante of $100 per player, which must be paid if they want to play in a hand. Once the blinds and antes are posted, everyone is dealt 2 cards. We have a round of betting. Then 3 cards are placed face up on the table, called the flop. These are the community cards for all the players to use. Then we have another round of betting, after which the 4th card, the turn, is placed in the middle. This is followed by some more betting, and the last community card, the river. Then we finish off with a final round of betting. The best 5-card hand takes the money.
There's going to be plenty of entertaining rounds. You got
Gallery watching. We're at the FullTiltPoker.net $1 million cash game. Button in front of big winner here. One of the big winners, that is Chris Jesus Ferguson. He's up over $200,000.
Fold.
How much you in? What are you in? 200, Tom?
Action over to Tom Dwan, our biggest loser at the moment.
2,200. Fold.
Phil Hellmuth not going to play. We haven't seen much from Phil Hellmuth. He's down nearly $50,000.
It's not about the money, Phil.
Finally, he gets a genuine hand here, Dirt.
Everybody said you were playing.
I'm going to show you how much.
That's just absolutely typical. When it's not running for you, you finally get the big hand. You've been racing all day, and he doesn't get a single player calling.
And you can see he looks up to the skies, wondering, can I get a break?
Go run back. It's all about keeping it.
Give me another chip for it.
I think cash games are really interesting because it's actual money you're playing with instead of tournament chips, and also you're generally a lot deeper stacked, so there's more thought that needs to go into every hand. Because it's not like a tournament where you're just all in on the flop or before the flop a lot of the time. In cash games, usually you will have a bet or 2 checks on every street, and there'll be more action, hands get more defined, and just are more interesting because of that.
We're at the FullTiltPoker.net $1 million cash game. I'm David Tuckman alongside professional poker player Gary Jones. We have 8 of the best assembled at this table. David Benjamin next to, of course, the young superstar Tom Dwan, better known as Dur.
Yeah, he's an online professional for the most part, starting to make a splash in the tournament scene as well.
But you know what the sick part is? After I made the bet,
Nearly $1 million in tournament winnings. Remember, he's only 22 years old, and of course he's sitting next to the legend, Phil Hellmuth.
I was wrong.
He's standing next to him as it happens, yeah.
I rushed to a judgment.
11 World Series bracelets, Phil. And about $11 million worth of tournament winnings as well. That's not a bad double 11, is it?
1,800 total bet. Called.
And of course Ivy with the Ducks.
He's called the 1800 raise of Phil Hellmuth.
Called. Fold. Called.
I miss playing with all you guys. I remember all the days where I just played with you guys every day and busted you guys every day. Those were the fun days. Y'all got rich. I blew all my money in sports.
18 total bet.